After her children moved away, Amma lived alone in a small house at the edge of the village. The once colorful garden that surrounded her home had faded. Flowers stopped blooming. The soil was dry. The trees looked tired. Still, every morning, Amma would step outside with her cane, sprinkle water from a half-broken pot, and whisper, "It will grow again, someday." The neighbors would shake their heads and say, "That land is too old now. Nothing grows there anymore." But Amma didn't stop. She believed in miracles, even small ones. One rainy evening, as Amma was closing her door, she heard a soft, weak cry near her gate. She stepped outside slowly. There, under a bush, was a little rabbit, soaked, shivering, and barely breathing. Amma knelt with difficulty and picked it up gently. "Oh, you poor thing! Who left you here?" She wrapped it in her shawl, dried its fur, and warmed some milk. The rabbit looked at her with big, frightened eyes. But Amma just smiled. "No one leaves my doorstep hungry." She named him Chiku. Day by day, Chiku grew stronger. He followed Amma everywhere, hopping behind her when she walked, sleeping beside her feet when she rested. For the first time in months, Amma laughed again. The house didn't feel empty anymore. And strangely, the soil began to change. Amma noticed tiny green sprouts near the fence. She whispered. "Maybe the land is waking up." Soon, vegetables began to grow. First just a few, then many. Spinach, tomatoes, even bright red chilies. The mango tree, which hadn't borne fruit in years, suddenly dropped a single golden mango at Amma's feet. She looked up and smiled. "You saw Chiku too, didn't you?" The villagers were amazed. "How is this possible?" they asked. Amma just said, "Love brings life back, even to old soil." People began visiting her for vegetables and fruit. She never sold them. She just filled cloth bags and said, "Take what you need, leave some for others." Chiku would watch from the porch, twitching his ears proudly. But not everyone was kind. One man from another village came and laughed at Amma. "You waste food on people. You give away what could make you rich." Amma looked at him calmly and said, "I was rich the moment I stopped being alone." He didn't understand, but Chiku did. He jumped onto Amma's lap as if to say, "I understand too." One summer evening, there was a fire in the nearby fields. Smoke spread fast. People panicked. Amma's house stood right in its path, but something unbelievable happened. Rain came, suddenly, from a sky that had been dry for weeks. It poured just over her garden, and the fire stopped before reaching her home. The villagers whispered, "It's a miracle," but Amma knew. She looked at Chiku, who sat by the mango tree, completely calm. "You're no ordinary rabbit, are you?" Chiku blinked slowly, as if smiling. Years passed. Amma grew older. Her knees hurt more, her voice softened, but her spirit stayed strong. Every morning, Chiku still walked beside her, and every evening, children from the village gathered to hear her stories. She would say, "This garden was never mine. It was a gift. I just learned how to care for it." One day, Amma didn't come out in the morning. The village waited. When they entered her home, they found her resting peacefully in her chair, a smile on her face, a flower in her hand, and Chiku curled up beside her. She had gone quietly, gently, but the garden didn't stop growing. It bloomed brighter than ever, and Chiku, he stayed, watching over the soil, the children, the trees. Some say they still see a rabbit by Amma's chair at sunset. Some say the soil still listens to his feet, and everyone agrees Amma's garden never withered, because kindness never does.